I'm looking at this, and I don't think it's gonna get any more done. So I'm gonna take these two. I was waiting for them to turn yellow. We'll see what she can do, but I don't think so. I think this is as done as they're gonna get. But it's February, and this is a harvest. They're tiny because the weather is chilly. See? They are 1 inch. I'll let them ripen in the house, and I'll eat them. God bless you. Emmanuel, God is Emmanuel, God is with us. Well, I thought I'd check on my fabulous hotel quality flower display. The rain almost took her out. This was the first flower, and I thought it had some seed on it, but maybe it does. I'm not sure. But it was the first one. It is now putting on a second bloom and a third bloom. These are all from a Home Depot bulb I bought that I didn't think was in that good a condition. But in addition to the first bloom, it is going to give me 2 additional ones in the month of February. And these things have been knocked over and didn't have very much roots and all that. So I'm just shocked, you know. And this was the other amaryllis. It is putting up its 4th flower, and the flowers on this one, the one that's still going, is facing the tree. It's my little California cherry I grew from a seed, so it just gets these on it. But I got to trim it for next year's harvest. But yeah, so most of these are gone, but not to worry. It does have another flower bud coming on, and that flower bud seems nice and strong. So I'm excited about those 2. Who would have known about that? The little tulips and daffodils that I planted below are all doing what they can. They got hit pretty hard in the rain, but they have their little flowers coming. This was one of the flowers I planted when I planted the amaryllis. This is Sorda Olay, and it has 4 flowers on it. So this plant smells so beautiful. I'm here to tell you, just one of these perfumes your whole yard. Okay? And I think the colors in this, the orange and the gold, look very good with my Christmas colors, which were a light butter yellow speckled with a raspberry on my Christmas poinsettia. So it's shaping up very nicely. And I could cut this, but I don't know if I have peas in this pot or if I will need this to secure some other plant. So that's why I'm not doing anything like that. And we have more of the buds from the Sorda Olay coming up. They look a little shorter. This one had to really fight to get past the plant in order to be able to bloom. So very happy with that. Still says happy holidays. It's always some kind of holiday. It's President's Day. It's still happy holidays. Now over here are my freesias coming out of the pot where my sweet potatoes didn't go into complete dormancy this year. That was kind of odd. And my fig didn't go into dormancy at all. It kept its leaves, and it grew out to the side here instead of growing straight up. But it's got 3 strong leaves, And all of this is new growth for this year. This was in a pot that I bought something else in at the nursery, so I don't know what kind of fig this is or anything, but I have it. It had about 10 little figs growing in that pot, and this is the only one that survived me. God knows, God does as he wills. These are the sweet potatoes. If they made it this long, they'll probably, I don't know what that is. My God. But underneath it, I'm trying to get my shallots to grow. And this is the chrysanthemum. But the show that's coming up is definitely going to be the freesia here. And some freesia have already bloomed. Freesias are multi-bloomers, so you see a bloom there. It will continue to put out more and more blooms. This one got bent. That's why it's not standing up tall. And I see no reason to change it because God does as he wills. Fine. I wanted to show you my Corral carrots. These were free carrot seeds that I got from Baker's Creek. And I think I have at least 4 or 5 carrots in there. I know I got 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 carrots. So I got a good load of carrots in that pot. And they are growing along with my pepper, which I don't know what pepper it is because I just dotted them all over. And my Mrs. Burns basil. And that plant there that might be a weed, but it works out in the pot, so I'm not going to move it. And I got some grasses growing in there. And whatever this is, I don't know. I forgot. But it's going to flower. And that stem there was the stem on my dahlia flower from last year. Those dahlias are still in the pot. I don't know if they rotted or not, though, because we had a lot of water this year. And so we'll see if the dahlias come up. If they don't come up, then they rot it. You see the Mrs. Burns basil is about to flower again. Once it starts flowering on me, it'll usually flower for a couple of years. Oh, and I got a tomato in this pot. And I don't know what kind of tomato it is, but it looks like it has potato leaves. So I always plant some early tomatoes in pots, but I don't know what it is. We'll find out together. And I got my flowers in there. Then my best salad pot would be this one right here. Yeah. We've got our onions. These are Ville something onions. They're a short day onion. These are beets. That is a perlegorum. These are Paris Market onions. This is a daffodil. Radishes. These are Zata radishes. They are a brown radish. And I've harvested 2 radishes out of this pot. And it looks like I now have some more that have sprung up, which is great. This is the Landis winter lettuce, which is growing in here. And I have some spinach in this pot too, which I'm trying to point out to you. This is the spinach. This is a heat tolerant spinach from France. So it's doing well in there. All of those veggies are growing in this pot with some tulips coming up underneath them and some daffodils and whatever else I've thrown in there. Here's a bigger lettuce that I haven't eaten. I do eat these lettuces all the time, and these are my onion sprouts. I'm about to plant some new onion sprouts. I know people are like, it's a little late to be planting onion sprouts, but I have a very shady garden, so I can plant onion sprouts all the time. So I just wanted to give you some little updates.